So do you also use Instagram lead ads to get more leads for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to create Instagram leads as a polo.io contact. So over here I'm running a digital marketing agency and we use Instagram lead ads to get more leads for our business. And now what I want is that as soon as a new lead is generated through my Instagram lead ads, automatically with the help of the same lead details, a new contact should be created in my apollo.io account too, so that my sales team can follow up quickly and efficiently. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between Instagram lead ads and apollo.io. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. So as you know, in this tutorial I'll show you how to connect Instagram lead ads with apollo.io to automatically create contacts for every new lead. This powerful integration saves time, ensure your leads are organized in your apollo.io database, making follow-up seamless and efficient. So let's get started. So as you know that I'm running a digital marketing agency, and over here is the page of my digital marketing agency. As you can see that this is the Facebook page, and I've already connected this Facebook page with my Instagram account. Over here you can see the proof of successful connection. Okay, so now what I'm doing is using this Facebook page and this Instagram account, I'm running Instagram lead ads to generate more leads for my business. So now what I want is that as soon as someone sees my lead on their Instagram account, automatically they should get the option to fill in the lead gen form. And as soon as they fill in the lead gen form, with the help of the same lead details, which is the name, email and any another details, a new contact should be created in my apollo.io too. Okay, so let's understand this with a simple example. So let's say that this is my lead gen form and my name is dummy user and this is my email address, and I'm going to fill in this lead gen form right over here. So as you can see that we have successfully filled in this lead gen form. So now I'm going to open my apollo.io, and as you can see, a new contact has been created in my apollo.io with the same name, which is dummy user, and the same email which we entered, right? So yes, this is the integration or the connection, or you can say automation I want to build for my business. So if you also wish to learn this step by step, you have to watch this tutorial towards the end. So to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the other one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But over here I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in. And as soon as we're going to click on sign in right over here, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, which is Instagram lead ads and apollo.io. So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And as soon as we're going to click on access now right over here, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we are going to click on this blue button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So here I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations. And on my dashboard, you can see multiple folders which I have already created in which I save my workflows. So if you wish to learn how to create a new folder or a subfolder, you can click on this hyperlink given right over here which says learn more. And now it is asking me for the workflow name. So I want the workflow name to be this, which says how to create Instagram leads as apollo.io contact. Instagram lead ads to apollo.io. And then we're going to click on create. And as soon as we're going to click on create, it is opening the most important window for automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. And by this you can finally understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger. And to start with this automation, we have to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm going to select it as Instagram lead ads because what I want is that as soon as a new lead is received through my Instagram lead ads, automatically my workflow should be triggered or started. So I'm just going to select Instagram lead ads as my trigger application, and now for the trigger event we are going to select it as new lead instant. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So I want that workflow should instantly start as soon as the new lead is received. So I'm just going to click on connect right over here, and as soon as I'm going to click on connect, it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Instagram lead ads account with a Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then we have to click on this blue button which says connect with Instagram lead ads. And as soon as we're going to click on this button right over here, yes, you can see that it is asking me to select my Facebook page. So I'm just going to select my Facebook page and click on continue. And once again we have to click on continue right over here, and as soon as we're going to click on continue right over here after selecting our Facebook page, yes, you can see that it is saying authorization successful. With this we have successfully connected our Instagram lead ads account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow, and now it is asking me to select the page and the lead gen form. So as you know, the name of my page is Digital Dynamics. Okay, so I'm going to select the same right over here which is Digital Dynamics. So I'm just going to search for it, and then we're going to select it, and as soon as we're going to select the page, it is going to ask me to select the lead gen form. So over here I've created multiple lead gen forms for my page. I'm going to select one from this only, which is new forms. If you wish to create this automation for all your lead gen form, you can select all lead gen form option given right over here, or if you wish to create this automation only for a particular form, you have to select that particular form right over here as I've did. And after selecting the particular form or all lead gen form, you're going to click on this button which says save and send as request. And as soon as we're going to click on this button right over here, yes, you can see that it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission / record. And in order to do this test submission, what we have to do is we have to generate a test lead with the same lead gen form. Okay, so in order to generate this test lead, I'm going to open a new tab, and then we're going to look for Meta for Developers. We're going to open the landing page of Meta for Developers, and after opening the landing page of Meta for Developers, from here we have to go on this resources and then developer tools, and then we are going to scroll and look for lead ads R2 debug tool. We're going to open this, and as soon as we're going to open this, yes, you can see that it is opening my lead ads testing tool. Over here we have to select the same page and the form which we selected in our workflow. So for the page, I'm going to select it as Digital Dynamics. We are going to select the form right over here, and then we're going to click on this preview form. And now it is opening my form, so I'm going to fill in the details right over here. It is saying service interest, so for that I'm going to select it as content creation. For the best time to contact, I'm going to select it as afternoon. For the first name, let's say that I'm going to keep it as demo right over here. For the last name, I'm going to keep it as lead. For the email, we are going to keep it as lead@pabblydudes.com. So I'm going to enter it right over here, and after entering the email, it is asking me for the phone number. So for the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this, and after entering the phone number, we are going to move on forward towards the company name. So for the company name, let's say that I'm going to keep it as Glow. Over here I'm going to enter the company name, click on this continue button right over here, and then submit. And as soon as I'm going to click on submit, yes, you can see your test lead has been sent. So this means that lead ads testing tool has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow. So I'm going to put my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response or not. So we're going to wait for a few seconds, and as you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. You can see the same details which we entered. You can see the service of interest, you can see the best time to contact, the first name, the last name, the email, the phone number, and the company name which we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step, and now what will happen is that as soon as the new lead is received through my Instagram lead ads, automatically my workflow would be triggered and Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same. So now what I want is I want to create Instagram lead ads as apollo.io contact. Okay, so I want to create a contact with the help of the same lead details in apollo.io. So for my action application, we have to select it as apollo.io. So I'm going to search for Apollo, and then we're going to select it. And now for the action event, we have to select it as create contact, and again we are going to click on connect, and once again it is asking me for the same. So if you have already connected your Apollo account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the API key, and it is saying you can get the API key from here. So over here is a hyperlink. So I'm just going to click on this hyperlink given, and as soon as I'm going to open this hyperlink, you can see that it is redirecting me to my Apollo account, integration, settings, and over here towards the API keys. So I'm going to go on the left side of the bar, and as you can see, API keys option appeared right over here. As you can see, all the keys that I have already created. So here what has happened is that I've already logged in my Apollo account previously. That's why it is directly redirecting me to this page. So it is always advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. It makes the procedure easy. So as you can see, many keys I've already created, but I'm going to create a new. For that, I'm going to click on new key. Over here for the key name, let's say that I'm going to give it as Instagram lead ads. And after entering the key name, for the description, I don't have to give any description. For the API key over here, I'm going to select it as contact created. Okay, you can see that we have to create a contact. That's why we have selected this API/v1/contacts create, and then we're going to click on this blue button which says create API key. And as soon as we're going to do so, yes, over here you can see Instagram lead ads, a new key has been created. So I'm just going to copy this key right from here, and then we're going to paste it right over here in our workflow. And after pasting our API key, we are going to move on forward and click on save. And as soon as we're going to click on save, yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our Apollo.io account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking for the first name, the last name, the organization name, and the email. So we're going to enter all of these details right over here, but we are not going to enter the details by copy pasting it from the response of our previous step or enter it manually, but we are going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping, right? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step, where we selected Instagram lead ads as our trigger application. So we're going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So over here I'm going to give you an example that it is asking me for the first name, right? So let's say that I'm going to enter the first name right over here by manually typing it like this. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is a static information and I've entered it manually. But if you're going to map this from the previous response, let's say that I'm going to erase this right from here. We're going to look for first name in the previous response, and as you can see, demo. So let's say that we are going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. And after mapping the first name, we are going to map the last name too. So I'm going to search for last name, and as you can see, lead, so we're going to map it. Over here for the organization name, we are going to map the organization name. I'm going to search for company name, and as you can see, glows, we're going to map it. Over here for the email, we're going to look for email in the previous step, and as you can see, lead@pabblytunes.com, so we're going to map it. And after mapping all of these details, we are going to move on forward. You can see that it is asking me for many another details. So all of these details are not the required details, so I'm going to leave it as blank and directly click on this button which says save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have successfully received a positive response, that we have successfully created a new contact in our Apollo.io with the same details. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open my Apollo.io account and check for the new contact created. I'm going to refresh this people page right over here to check for the new contact created with the name demo lead. Over here we are going to wait for a few seconds till it gets refreshed, and as you can see, name demo lead, you can see the same email which we entered. Yes, with this we have successfully created a new contact in our Apollo.io account. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, but I'll just test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open my lead ads testing tool, and we're going to generate another test lead. So to generate new lead, we first have to delete the previous lead and refresh the page. It is really important to delete the previous lead and refresh the page, otherwise you'll not be able to create a new lead or preview the form. Okay, so once again we are going to select the page and the form right over here. So I'm going to look for my page, we are going to select the page, then we're going to select the form, and then we're going to click on preview form. Once again we are going to fill in these details. So for the service of interest, let's say that I'm going to keep it as brand and design. For the best time to contact, I'm going to keep it as evening. For the first name, I'm going to keep it as test right over here. For the last name, again we are going to keep it as lead. For the email, we are going to keep it as test@pabblytunes.com. So I'm going to enter it right over here. We are going to move on forward. For the phone number, I want to keep it as this, and after entering this phone number, we are going to move on towards the company name. So for the company name, name, I'm going to keep it as Pabbly Con. And after entering this, we're going to click on this button which says continue and then submit. And as soon as you're going to click on submit right over here, yes, you can see your test lead has been sent. So now what has happened is that lead ads testing tool has sent the details of a test submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered this workflow, and further created a new contact in our Apollo.io. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open my Apollo.io account and check for the new contact created. And this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my Apollo.io account. We're going to refresh this people page to check for the new contact created with the new details which we entered, which is test lead. And yes, you can see the new contact has been created. You can see name test lead, and over here you can see the email which we entered. Yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and we have also tested this in real time. It is running perfectly fine without any manual efforts. So yes, now I'll just summarize this workflow for you once. So the trigger application, we selected Instagram lead ads. For the trigger event, we selected new lead instant. For the action application, we selected Apollo.io, which is Apollo, and then for the action event, we selected create contact, because I wanted that as soon as a new lead is received through my Instagram lead ads account, automatically with the help of the same lead details, a new contact should be created in my Apollo account too, so that further my team can follow up quickly and efficiently. So yes, with this we have successfully completed this workflow, and this was it for the video. And if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video, and for your reference I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.